Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Wellway Podcast. I am your host, Sam Beaver, and today we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important for any parent of young athletes or young athletes themselves listening today. We're talking about why young athletes need to start strength training, and most importantly, how to start safely. Now, I know strength training for kids and teens is a hot topic, and it can be a little intimidating to some parents and coaches who might think strength training is only for adults or elite athletes. But here's the thing. Strength training is one of the most important things a young athlete can do to improve their performance, prevent injuries, and develop a strong foundation for future success. The key is to start properly and safely. So let's dive in. And by the end of this episode, you'll understand why strength training matters for young athletes and how to get them started the right way. Let's start with why strength training is important for young athletes. Now, many people still believe that kids and teens shouldn't lift weights or that strength training will stunt their growth. This is a common misconception. In fact, strength training for young athletes, when done correctly, can be one of the best things they can do for their development, physically, mentally, and even socially. Let me explain why. As young athletes develop and grow, they're prone to injuries, especially when they start playing sports at higher intensities. Strengthening muscles, ligaments, and tendons through controlled strength training can help protect joints and reduce the risk of injury. Strong muscles and connective tissues are crucial in preventing common injuries like sprains and strains, and even growth-related injuries like Osgood-Schlatter disease. I pronounced that right on the first try, by the way. When we think of strength training, we often think of building muscle mass. But for young athletes, the biggest benefit isn't necessarily about getting huge muscles. It's about improving functional strength. This means building strength that translates into better performance in their sports. Whether they're running, jumping, swimming, playing soccer, strength training helps the muscles support all types of movement. This leads to increased speed, endurance, and overall athletic ability. One of the most important reasons to start strength training early is to develop proper movement patterns. Athletes who train their bodies early to move properly can develop better posture, balance, and coordination, which makes them less prone to injury and allows them to perform better. These early movement patterns set the foundation for more advanced training as they get older. Strength training doesn't just benefit the body, it benefits the mind. Young athletes who engage in strength training feel a sense of accomplishment as they see progress in their strength and abilities. It boosts their confidence and teaches them discipline. Plus, strength training is known to improve mental toughness, which is vital for athletes who need to push through practices, games, and even personal setbacks. So we've covered the why behind strength training for young athletes. Now let's talk about the how. How do we get started? And most importantly, how do we do it safely? For younger athletes, especially those under the age of 13 or 14, the primary focus should be a lot of bodyweight movements. These exercises help develop a foundation of strength, coordination, and flexibility without the need for heavy weights. Think push-ups, squats, lunges, and planks. Bodyweight exercises are great because they focus on improving functional movement patterns and build strength progressively without overloading the body too quickly. They also help athletes develop core strength, which is essential for every sport. When it comes to strength training, form is everything, especially for young athletes and adults. Performing exercises with poor form can lead to injuries, and at this stage, we want to avoid that. Make sure the athlete is moving with control and their posture and alignment are correct. A good rule of thumb is to start with lighter weights or bodyweight exercises and increase the intensity gradually. Focus on building solid technique and full range of motion first. As their strength and form improve, they can start adding more resistance. One of the most important factors in starting strength training safely is having proper supervision. Whether they're training in a gym or at home, young athletes should have a coach or knowledgeable adult guiding them through exercises. A coach can ensure that they're using proper technique, adjusting the difficulty of exercises as they progress, and prevent overtraining. At The Well, we focus on making sure our younger athletes have personalized instruction, especially when they're just starting out. We create programs that emphasize safety, technique, and progressive overload. Just like with adults, young athletes should have a structured progression plan that ensures they're building strength gradually. For example, if a young athlete starts with basic bodyweight exercises, the next step might be introducing light dumbbells or resistance bands. Over time, they can progress to more complex movements or heavier weights, always making sure their technique remains correct. It's important that progression is slow and steady. Overloading the muscles too quickly can lead to injury, so it's essential to monitor progress and only increase resistance when they're ready. This approach allows them to build strength without risking burnout or injury. And let's not forget about recovery. For young athletes, rest and recovery are just as important as strength training. The body needs time to repair and rebuild the muscles that were worked during training. Without proper recovery, young athletes can experience fatigue and potentially even overtraining, which can result in injury. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Rest days. Young athletes should have at least 1 or 2 active rest days between strength training sessions to allow their bodies to recover. Sleep. Quality sleep is essential for muscle repair and growth. I'm talking to the adults and the kids here. And teens need around 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night to optimize recovery. Nutrition. Eating a balanced diet rich in protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates helps fuel muscles and support growth. Young athletes should focus on eating whole, nutrient-dense foods to recover effectively. Recovery isn't just about physical rest. It's also about giving the body and mind time to recharge. Finally, let's talk about why starting strength training early gives young athletes a long-term advantage. By starting strength training at an early age, athletes set themselves up for success later on. The benefits are long-lasting as they establish healthy habits, injury prevention techniques, and a strong foundation of physical fitness that can help them excel in any sport. Long-term benefits. Increased muscle mass and strength that supports better athletic performance. Better bone density, which is crucial during growth periods. A stronger core, which improves balance and stability in any movement and sport. Reduced risk of injury, particularly in high-impact sports like basketball, soccer, football, hockey. Enhance mental focus and discipline, which will serve them in academics and in their personal life. The earlier you start building strength, the stronger your foundation becomes. It's like setting yourself up in every phase of your athletic journey, whether you're playing sports at high school or at school or continuing to pursue your passion for years to come. To wrap it up, strength training is one of the most important things young athletes can do to improve performance, prevent injuries, and set themselves up for long-term success. Whether they're just starting or have been active in sports for a while, strength training provides the foundation. All athletic movements, from running, jumping, and even mental toughness. The key to success in strength training for young athletes is to start slowly, prioritize proper form, and gradually increase intensity. With the right guidance and support, strength training can help them build a solid foundation of strength, reduce the risk of injury, and unlock their full potential as athletes. At The Well, we're committed to helping young athletes take the right steps towards building strength in a safe, sustainable way. So if you're ready to get your young athletes started on the right path, come by for a no-sweat intro. And let's talk about how we can support them in reaching their goals. And thanks for listening. I'll see you next time on The Well Way.